Hello, lovely candidates. We are opportune to be in this class once again, the online class. I hope you're safe. Today our revisions will be on punctuation marks. We'll look at revisions today. Remember all that I've told you about in the last class when we were talking about letter writing. We said something that we write to communicate, we write to share ideas, we write to do so many other things. But we cannot write successfully without certain marks. Just as we say punctuation, there are marks and symbols that we use in writing to enable or to strengthen our message. Without without punctuation marks, the message or the intended message will definitely be misinterpreted. So today we'll be looking at some of the major punctuation marks. We'll look at what they are. We have something like comma, you know them. We have what we call period or what full stop. We have what we call dash. You know what they look like, so there's no point bringing all of that. We have what else? Okay, we have hyphen and so many more. Try the rest at home, but our concern today will be on comma. So if we want to look at it, we already know what comma look like. It's something like this. Yes, let's make it bolder. So we'll be looking at comma today. It shows a slight pause in your communication. It has so many functions. The major problem, we know we use commas because without commas, this sentences, this structure will run on and on without any word control. Can you talk continuously for like 1-2 minutes without a pause? If you can, then that means in your write-up there's no comma. But comma helps to do a lot, or we'll try to see the basic functions of comma. Like if you check through your essays and your letters, check your past scripts, you find out that we ring some points like this. There are other points I do something like this, telling you that something is actually missing and then the message was not really what communicated. So we'll look at the basic functions of comma. Um, let's say, look at this, analyze this for me, please. What can you make out of this? We've discussed this before. Because of the absence of word comma, look at this. What if we put something here? That is comma. Come, let's eat Aisha. Think about the message will come into that. And then in the second place, if you have something like this, this implies something different. I'll leave this to you while we talk about the functions of comma. First and foremost, we'll say comma is needed in writing when we want to list items, listing of what? Items. We separate a list of words. Take for instance, you're talking about the items in the mathematical set. You say a standard mathematical set should comprise of the ruler, the protractor, you know most of them. So when you solve that way, there are points you break, you pause slightly, and at that point you're separating these items like ruler, protractor, compass, pencils, you know them, name them. So you use commas to separate or to list these items in a structure. Else, if you jumble them up and you don't separate them, what you are communicating will be different from what you actually intend. So we'll also look at another function of comma. Like if you have this, before coming each word, what does it imply? Before coming each word, you see we have two ideas there. Before coming will say something, each word will say something. So if you lump these two ideas together, we'll do something this way. Something is missing there. And that is one of the functions of comma. It is used to separate what? Different grammatical units. It is used to separate basic ideas in a sentence. Take for instance, in the beginning, all seemed very important, or all seemed very seriously. Like this. Let's take a look at this quickly, please. In the beginning, all seemed colorful. Why did we split this? Here we're looking at two in the beginning, or at the beginning, or before now. We've been able to do what? Separate this. And look at the structure. Is this a phrase, a clause? This is what we call an introductory word, phrase. And then we have what? A clause to go with it. So we've been able to separate these two words, grammatical units. We can also use commas to separate two main clauses. Two main clauses, because sometimes you see you write something like this, and I always put this mark before words like this: but, and, yet. There are times you use this and then you see this mark in front of it when there's no word, comma. So these are some of the coordinating conjunctions. They join two words, two main ideas, two main words, two main clauses, two main whatever together. So when you bring an independent clause here and then you are joining it with our coordinating conjunction but, or you're joining it with our coordinating conjunction and, yet we have the so, we have the for, etc. These are the coordinating conjunction. So when you're bringing a main clause and another main clause here, connected by a coordinating conjunction, you need your comma to separate them. So we will see this as another function because it connects two or more independent clauses joined by what? A coordinating conjunction. You can make your own sentence now and then we'll continue from there. So welcome back from that short break. I hope you used your time well. Just as I was saying, that whenever you have two indefinite clauses, let's say this clause 1 and this clause 2, joined by any of these coordinating conjunctions, you need a comma. And that's why I said something about this. And let's come back to this issue of the ring. If you go back to your past answer booklet, you find out something like this. And I told you times without number that whenever you write an essay, you write a letter in your summary, and you fail to punctuate appropriately, or you have a wrong spelling, or you omit any element in that sentence, definitely you will be penalized, and that is the essence of this ring. And I've told you that you always lost half a mark or a full mark, as the case might be. So be reminded all the time that whenever you write, please do not be so much in a hurry that you, the way you think, the way you bring out those things, you don't pause. Always observe that pause, at least half a second. So when you have this, please remember you are losing marks. I'm saying it for emphasis because the person writing, you won't be there to explain to the person or to give it is what you really intended. The person will mark based on what he or she understands. So now let's look at this sentence and analyze it. What can you make of this? Slow men at work. And we see this oftentimes when you travel along our highways. Slow men at work. Why would you give slow men work to do? We need these things, they are time bound, so you don't need slow men to do this work. So definitely what they're saying is that slow down, men at work. Slow, break your speed, men at work. You can't have, if you have it this way that's slow, then without this, you mean what? The men walking on the road are what? Slow. Hope you get that. Let's see this other one quickly before we'll wrap up the class for today. For those of us who are from Kano, we always talk about Kano people to be wonderful people. That Nigeria is my country, Kano is my state. What can you make of this? Remember what we said earlier on, that we know what element will you tag this to be. This is what? A clause. Let's not waste our time. This is also a simple sentence, meaning that it is what? Indefinite what? Clause. So when we have two clauses, with or without a conjunction, you must have to separate it with what? A comma. So there should be a comma here. Nigeria is my country, Kano is my state. If you want to introduce your coordinating conjunction, you say Nigeria is my country and Kano is my state. That will bring out the message clear. You will not need a soothsayer to tell you whatever the writer intends. So now, at the beginning, we started, well, we said that in writing, you need punctuation marks. And we said that these punctuation marks are signs and symbols needed in making your sentences or the intended message clearer. So if we mention some of the punctuation marks like full stop, or what we call the period, we have the commas, we have the parentheses, we have the hyphen, we have the dashes and the rest. But our business today, we said, is what? Comma. Comma is that punctuation mark that introduces what? A slight pause in our writing. And at that point, a message that means no harm can be interpreted to be something what? Harmful or abominable. So be careful. If you omit your comma, you have a problem with your writing. If you fix the comma in a wrong place, you still have what? A problem with your writing. We'll discuss some of the functions of commas. We said they're used to separate what? List of items. They're also used to separate clauses, that is indefinite clauses separated, connected or joined by what? A coordinating conjunction. We also need commas in our write-up when we separate the introductory part of your sentence with the latter part. So we need to be very careful. We need to apply them correctly so that our messages will not be misinterpreted. There are certain things I will say here that you give it a different interpretation based on what, how fast I flow without what, punctuating, without observing that pause. So take this and then you watch out for, uh, you still need to go through your materials I gave you the other time. I think first SS2, you need to save more on what, commas there. So or probably you surf the net and then you get more of it. I think you need to do this for me and then you send it via my email. I'll write a mail so that, or probably should I read it out or I'll write it out for you? I know some will still be thinking that I should write and write and write. You know how we do these things, but I'll write for the benefit of those who will not listen and play it clearly. So take this. Yes. I hope you can see this clearly. We will be returning late. There is no need to be in a hurry. That is one of it. Let's see the second one. At least I'll give you like three of the sentences. You punctuate them and give me the possible interpretations we get from them with the comma and without the comma. There are different interpretations you get from there. So you give me that and then we will discuss more subsequently. Number two, we say, Mom went to the market. She bought fish, pot plates, pampers. You make sense out of that for me. And then we'll say this. In the beginning, all seemed relaxed and Bella was happy. I hope you've gotten the sentences. So you send your answers to this mail. This is LARRYSTORN. This is for you at I'll be glad to get your responses and then we'll discuss more in our subsequent lesson. I hope you stay safe, stay away from that thing called coronavirus or Mercedes virus or whatever they call it. I believe you'll be safe and we will write our exams in one pace. Inshallah. Enjoy your stay at home.